Good morning and welcome to KTN News Diary this Tuesday, the 4th day of July 2023. You're right on time for an update on the latest news events happening right here in the country and beyond. On the second hour of the show, that's on the News Center, we take stock on the state of the tertiary education in Kenya as the university's intake for the government-sponsored students is scheduled for this September. My name is Purity Museo Nzuki. Let's begin with our top story this hour. And the High Court has quashed President William Ruto's appointment of 50 chief administrative secretaries, terming the position as unconstitutional. Two judges, Justices Kanyi Kimondo and Alim Visram, argued that entire complement of 50 CAS positions were illegal. However, Lady Justice Hedwig Ongundi, who has had a dissenting opinion, rather argued that only 27 positions were unconstitutional since they lacked the prerequisite constitutional public participation, saying the 23 as approved by PSE during the former President Uhuru Kenyatta's tenure did not offend the Constitution. Jeff Kirui with the details.
President William Ruto's appointment of 50 chief administrative secretaries has been nullified by the High Court in a judgment that rendered the position as unconstitutional.
That the entire complement of 50 chief administrative secretaries, which is to say all the second to the 51st interested parties, is unconstitutional.
Of the three judges, Justice Kanyi Kimondo and Alim Visram argued that the lot of 50 CAS positions presents duplicity of roles as those of principal secretaries, thus illegal and unconstitutional. However, Lady Justice Hedwig Ongundi, with a dissenting view, defended 23 positions from President Uhuru Kenyatta's tenure that were approved by Public Service Commission but faulted the 27 extra from President William Ruto, arguing that they offended the Constitution since no substantive public participation was conducted.
I therefore find that the manner of establishment of the additional 27 posts in view of Article 132, 4A of the Constitution, Sections 27 and 30 of the Public Service Commission Act, and the necessity of the fifth respondent's recommendation was unconstitutional. On the flip side, I find the establishment of the CAS office in the public service with 23 posts to be constitutional.
Efforts by the legal counsel representing the CAS to seek stay orders as they sought redress at the Court of Appeal was dismissed.
Declarations made today are incapable of being remedied by a stay because there is truly nothing to stay. In fact, a grant of a stay would amount to putting the CAS into office when we have already found it to be unconstitutional.
We are going to study very carefully the decision that was made today with a view to moving to the Court of Appeal, because there are a lot of issues that need to be addressed, and that is all I need to say.
I think it is very clear to all and sundry that the courts of this country will rise to the occasion, and indeed should always rise to the occasion when violations of the Constitution, and such serious violations of the Constitution, are perpetrated by the executive.
The 50 CAS was sworn in by President William Ruto on 23rd of March 2023 after the National Assembly declined to vet them, saying it had no constitutional authority to do so. And on March 24th, the High Court stopped the 50 CAS from assuming office pending the hearing and determination of a suit filed by the Law Society of Kenya in the Katiba Institute. The position of Chief Administrative Secretary has been perceived as a soft landing ground for political loyalists, and the judgment by the High Court terming the position as unconstitutional deals a blow to the 50 CAS appointed by President William Ruto, whose fate now lies in the Court of Appeal. Jeff Kirui, KTN News.